Jasmine, I'm sorry. We just got married and they sent me on this long business trip. At least I survived the first day of it.
Don't work too hard. And don't worry about the business trip. I knew before I married you that they were part of your job. I've got a business trip coming up too, so I know how you feel.
We all just started living together and now I've got to leave you alone with my mom. I'm really sorry about that. She's not making you feel awkward, is she? She's not making you do strange things, is she?
Why are you apologizing? I told you it was okay. Your mom's pretty nice.
Really? Well, that's good.
Well, let's see. I had an online meeting for work. And after that, your mom said she wanted to try to build a doghouse. So we went to a building center and bought some lumber and supplies for it.
Huh? A doghouse? Is my mom planning on getting a dog?
I guess. I asked her if she was buying a dog, but she wouldn't give me a straight answer. She said that it's still a secret. She seems to have a playful side to her. I don't really know what she's planning.
I didn't know my mom liked dogs. I remember when I was a kid, I brought home a stray dog, and my mom got really mad at me.
Yeah, but now that your dad has died, maybe she gets really lonely when nobody's around.
I guess that's possible. But anyway, that makes me happy. I've always wanted to have a dog.
Then I'm glad I could help your mom with this. I'm really good at DIY projects, so I'll help her make an awesome doghouse.
That sounds great. Do your best. Now I've got one more thing to look forward to when I get home.
Ha ha ha. If she gets the dog before your business trip is over, I'll take a bunch of pictures of it for you.
Please, take a lot of pictures and post them for me to see. Oh, I'm going out to dinner with some coworkers now. I gotta go. Talk to you later.
Okay. I'm just gonna take a shower and go to bed soon. Good night. Bruce, you're still at work, right? When you see this message, please reply. I really want you to come home soon.
Sorry, Jasmine. The meeting went long and I couldn't reply to you any sooner. What's up? Did something happen?
Bruce, your mom locked me out of the house.
Huh? My mom? Locked you out? Why?
I don't know. I was having tea with your mom and all of a sudden I got really sleepy. And the next thing I knew, I woke up outside. And she just had a couple of neighbors over, and they were all pointing and laughing at me. She was telling them I was a useless daughter-in-law, so she's starting to train me now.
Train you? What's that supposed to mean? Where are you right now? What are you doing?
I'm tied up outside the doghouse.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite understand what's going on right now.
I don't understand what's going on right now either. If your mom sees me talking on the phone, she'll likely come out here.
You're saying you're tied up outside in the doghouse? Like a dog?
Yes. Well, I'm not actually in the doghouse, I'm beside it, but how did this happen? Your mother had to have carried me outside and done this to me while I was asleep. Luckily, I had my smartphone in my pocket and she didn't notice. But not just that. Listen to this. She left dog food out here in a bowl for me for dinner. This is disgusting. If nobody else sees me like this, I guess it's not so bad, but...
No, everything about this is bad. I honestly have no idea what's going on right now.
Is something wrong with your mom? Does she actually think I'm a dog?
No, that's not possible. You said you're tied up outside. Is there any other way for you to get the chain off?
But one of my friends said she's going to sneak into the backyard and try to help me out. The collar around my neck is leather, so she thinks she can cut it off with a good pair of scissors.
I see. Oh, sorry, I'm not being very useful. I'm kind of panicking right now. I'm going to try to get back there as fast as I can.
Bruce, I'm sorry, but thanks.
No, this isn't your fault. It's my fault. Oh, I'm really sorry. If I knew something like this was going to happen, I never would have let my mother live with us. I'll do anything you want. Just please forgive me.
You said your last girlfriend really hated your mother, didn't she? 'Cause your mom was mean to her? You told me it likely wasn't a good idea to have her live with us, but I said it was okay, so this isn't your fault. But I didn't care about your mother's past. I wanted to give her a chance, so I said it was okay for her to move in with us. Besides, after your father passed away, I thought it would be really lonely to make her live by herself.
Well, leave everything up to me. I'll take care of this. If my mom comes out again before your friend gets there, just pretend that you don't know anything. And that you haven't been talking to anyone.
Okay. I like to think that everything happens for a reason. That must mean there's a really important reason for all of this, huh?
Oh, I don't know. But all I can do is apologize. I'm really sorry, Jasmine.
I might as well take a selfie while I'm like this. It's not every day something like this happens to you, huh?
Huh? Well, I guess not.
Well, when you get home, I'll show it to you. Be careful on your way home.
Hey, Bruce! It's terrible! Jasmine is gone! Brucey! Reply to me when you get this!
What?
What do you mean, what? Jasmine is gone! She's disappeared! When I woke up this morning, she wasn't anywhere to be seen!
Mom, what did you do?
What did I do? Nothing at all! If I had to guess, it might have something to do with the little joke I played on her yesterday.
What? A joke?
Listen to this. That girl is always smiling and acting like nothing is ever wrong, right? It's foolish, so I had to teach her a lesson. With that girl, in that situation, it was great. Me and the other neighbors were laughing so hard. I wanted to show you, too.
I heard all about it. From Jasmine.
What? You heard already? Huh? Wait, how'd she get a hold of you?
Well, obviously because she had her smartphone with her. That's how she was able to contact me. The question is, why did you do such a thing? What's wrong with you?
I told you it's trading. I was teaching her a lesson.
Why are you always getting in the way of everything I do? You've been doing this ever since I was a kid. The first girlfriend I ever had, back in grade school, do you remember? You gave her a present, saying it was from me, but it was just a dead cockroach in a box. And remember when I was in college and my girlfriend came over? You teased her because her father left her when she was young. You said it was probably all her fault. Jasmine heard about all the terrible things you've done. Yet she still let you live with us because she didn't want you to be alone after Dad died. I was against it, but she kept saying how sad you'd be all alone. How could you do such a thing to such a kind-hearted person?
Oh, Brucey. It was just a little joke. Don't take everything so seriously.
What you did isn't a joke. I think you've gone insane.
Look, it's all because she's so weak-willed, don't you think? And she's got that stupid job. What is she? A stylist? I don't know why she chose such a stupid career path. And besides, a woman shouldn't work. A woman should be dedicated to her home.
What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. And anyway, she did stop working full-time when we got married. She works mostly from home now, and only a couple days a week. So that excuse for hating her doesn't make any sense.
Ah, it's not just that. There was another reason I was trying to teach her a lesson last night.
What could it possibly be? Tell me.
I know all about it. That girl is keeping a terrible secret.
She has a secret?
I don't really want to tell you, but that girl is cheating on you.
What? No, Jasmine wouldn't do anything like that.
It's true. I've talked to the neighbors about it, and they agree that there's no mistake in it. Sometimes while you're working, she'll pack up a large bag and leave the house. And she comes back in another man's car. Other people from the neighborhood have seen this too.
So what?
I snuck around her room and found out what she has in her bag when she leaves. I knew there had to be proof of it in there. Do you know what I found in there? Lots of strange leather clothes. And lots of belts, too. It was full of things that regular people would not use. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. If she's wearing things like that and using all the things she had in there, she's doing something strange.
I see.
I just wanted to save you from her. That's all I've ever wanted to do. That's why I do the things that I do. So that's why Jasmine is gone. She's probably run off to that lover of hers who likes those sick, perverted things.
That's not it.
How can you be so sure of that?
Because that lover of hers who likes all those things is that singer you love so much. That guy you're so crazy about.
What?
That guy that you and all the other old women around here are so into. That singer that you guys are always talking about. Johnny J. Jasmine was his stylist.
Huh? What? Johnny J?
That's right. Ever since he came here and got his big break, Jasmine has been his head stylist. He trusts her. Even though she quit working to stay home, he still calls her sometimes to help out with important things.
You mean she meets with Johnny J?
That's right. It's her job.
Can I meet him too?
I knew this would happen. That's why I was trying to keep it a secret from you. I know you. And I knew if you knew about this, you'd boast about it to everyone you know. You're gonna bug Jasmine to get his autograph or a picture of him, aren't you? That's why I didn't want to tell you. All the stuff that you saw in Jasmine's bag is just possible props for a new music video that he's making.
Huh? Oh, a new music video. You're kidding. Johnny J's new video?
What I'm trying to say is Jasmine isn't doing anything wrong. So stop jumping to conclusions. She's not cheating. And make sure you tell all of your friends and neighbors she's not cheating.
Okay, I understand. Leave it to me. At any rate, what should I do? If Johnny J is that close to Jasmine, I'm sure she could get me free tickets to his concerts.
Well, she probably could. Even though she quit working for him, he still calls on her to help out sometimes.
I'll have to apologize to Jasmine.
You'd better. But I don't know. You probably won't get a chance to. We don't plan on ever going back to that house again.
Huh?
What do you mean, huh? You let all your neighbors see her tied up like a dog, and you told them all she was cheating on me. Why would she ever want to go back to that place again? And I don't plan on going back there either.
But it was all just a big misunderstanding.
That doesn't give you the right to do what you did. You're supposed to be an adult. But you still can't distinguish between what a person should and shouldn't do?
Look, I'll apologize for everything I've done so far. I'll even get on my knees and beg for forgiveness if you want me to. I'll do anything. Please, I want you and Jasmine to come back here. I'll be nice from now on. I promise. We'll have an even better relationship than we had before.
You literally treated my wife like a dog. We could never have a good relationship with you. Besides, I know you're only thinking about Johnny J now. It's so obvious. You make me sick. Oh, and I'm selling that house.
What are you thinking of doing?
That's what I should be asking you.
Aren't you rushing things just a little bit?
I decided yesterday. I guess it is a little sudden, but oh well.
Hold on, okay? If you sell this house, I'm not going to have a place to live.
What do you mean? You have a new house, don't you?
Huh?
You can use it as much as you want. You've got that doghouse.
My mother-in-law immediately messaged me to apologize. She said she wished she would have talked to me about everything before it all came to this. But through our conversation,
It became clear that she was only being nice to me because I know Johnny J. She told everyone she knew that I was working for Johnny J and that I still help him out with things sometimes. The old women from the neighborhood all apologized to me for the incident at the doghouse, too. But the next thing I knew, everyone was hounding me for tickets to Johnny J's next show. I was surprised that they really hadn't changed at all. I just told them all that my mother-in-law had lied to them about that, and that I didn't know Johnny J at all. My mother-in-law was labeled as a liar, and everyone in town stopped talking to her. Bruce and I hired a moving company to pack up all of the things in the house and take them out for us. When that happened, his mom knew that he was serious about what he had said before. She was crying the whole time they were moving things out. Of course, they didn't put any of my mother-in-law's belongings in the truck with our stuff. They set all of her things outside by the doghouse, just like we told them to. I guess our plan to have her live with us so she wouldn't be lonely kinda backfired. But I'm glad I was able to help make the doghouse for her. By the way, I still have the selfie I took that night in the camera roll on my phone. It's been years since all of that happened. I think everything happens for a reason. I've got a great story to tell about my mother-in-law now, and I never get tired of telling it.
Hey, you piece of filth. I'm not paying you to create more messes here. You better clean this entire place up after we close up tonight. I want this place spotless. If I so much as see a single bit of dust in our restaurant tomorrow, you're not gonna like what's coming for you. Do you hear me?
Wait, again? You want me to work overtime again?
That's exactly what I said. You better stay behind and clean all of this. And don't go expecting me to pay you for it either. You should be happy that I even hired you.
But I only just started working here a week ago. I haven't learned the ropes yet.
Who do you think you are to talk back to me like that? Huh?
Exactly. You hired us to work for you. So you should be taking care of us. Not treating us like this. It wasn't written in the contract that I'd be working overtime for free anyway.
Look, darling. Just shut it. Do you want to lose your job,
Are you threatening to fire me just because I gave you my opinion on something? Since when can you fire people for expressing themselves?
Didn't I tell you that I make the rules around here? Look, quit talking back to me. You're in charge of cleaning out the inventory today. And don't forget to work on the purchase orders too. You got that, woman?
What? That's your job. You're in charge of the work related to inventory and ordering. Why don't you do it?
How many times do I need to tell you? I make the rules around here. So if I tell you to do one thing, all you gotta do is do it. Don't make me say it again. Now get to work.
How can you say that? This entire workplace is crazy and everything here is so wrong. You can't treat people this way.
Ugh. Looks like I'm gonna have to waste some energy trying to get into your thick head about how things work around here. Rule number 1. Don't talk back to me. Rule number 2. If you want to keep this job, do what I say. See? How simple was that? I made it easy for you and narrowed it down to 2 simple rules. Just 2. Now, that can't be difficult to follow, right, sweetie?
Oh, you make me want to vomit. Morning, Heather. I heard about what happened yesterday between you and Kevin. I hope you're okay there. Morning, Natalie. Oh boy. It was awful, I tell you. How did you manage with all the inventory stuff yesterday? Do you need help? Yeah, thanks for the offer. But yeah, I did it all yesterday. It's done now. Oh boy. I heard that he told you to do the purchase orders too. How did that go? Let me know if you need any help, okay? I'm always here for you. Oh, thanks, Natalie. I appreciate it. But yeah, I managed to get that done too. I can't believe he made me do it when I've never done either of those things before. Honestly, for the most part, I had to look online to see how to do everything. And then I had to keep asking other people for help. But understandably, they didn't know much since they're not used to taking care of these things either. This is Kevin's job, not ours. It's so unfair. Well, I know, it's really not fair to you, is it? But I have to say, I'm checking the system now, and it looks pretty perfect to me. I've done it a few times before, so I can tell what looks right and what doesn't. And yeah, as far as I can tell, this looks really good. Well done. You should definitely give yourself a pat on the back. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, but there's something I should warn you about, I guess. And I really hate to say this. Oh no, what is it? Well, Kevin has this thing. Thing? What do you mean by thing? Well, what I mean is that Kevin has this thing for people, especially newbies who can do the work better than him. He hates them. I mean, I'm guessing it's probably because he has some kind of inferiority complex. But when he finds anyone who's more competent than he is, he basically bullies them. He tends to harass them into doing things like what he did to you. What? No way. He can't do that. I can report him for workplace harassment. Oh, I wish he would. I'm too scared, and plus I really need to hang on to this job, so there's no way I could ever risk it. But there's been a lot of other people in the past who've tried to go against him. They all ended up being fired. I would hate to see you be the next one if I'm honest. So maybe you should stay out of it. But you're probably more qualified than me, so I'm sure you can find other jobs easily. No, I'm sure I'm not. I just can't believe how horrible he is as a manager, though. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I didn't know if I told you this before, but the reason why I need this job so desperately is because of my family. What do you mean? Well, I lost my parents when I was only 10 years old, and so I've been taking care of my younger sister ever since. We didn't exactly get along with our foster parents, so I left the house as soon as I turned 18 and when my sister was 16. I got a tiny apartment and swore to make it the best home for us. And I promised to provide for her so that she can graduate high school and go to college. Unlike me. I just couldn't get through high school myself, so I dropped out halfway. I'm a high school dropout. Oh, I didn't know about that. Well, yeah. So you can imagine no one would want to hire me, right? I'm lucky enough that Kevin hired me to work here. Which means I'm pretty much controlled by him now. He practically has me on a string. I hate it, but what can I do? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I really am. If it's worth anything, my dad dropped out of high school too when he was young. It was pretty hard on him to make that choice too, but he said he wanted to provide for his family. So I kind of understand a bit about what you must be going through. Oh wow, your father really? Yeah. And because of that, I was made fun of at one point in both middle school and high school, actually. But I just sucked it up and I took one for the family. I just became numb to it eventually. And my dad is a wonderful dad, so it didn't matter what anyone else said, so long as I knew the truth about how great he is. Oh, wow. Your dad sounds like a great person. He is, definitely. He worked really hard and made his way up in the corporate world, too. So I've seen how he dealt with big bullies since there are a lot of them in his industry. And I learned a lot from him that way. Grew thicker skin and everything, I guess. Oh, right. I had no idea. But when I was going through what I can probably call a dark time in my life, that's when I randomly came to eat at this restaurant. You know how we do the $5 set meals for lunch here? Yeah. Well, being broke most of the time, those huge meals helped me out so much back then. And that's when I came to love this place so much. Those meals aren't just cheap, they're pretty good and have more nutrition than other places. Oh yeah, I agree, they're so good. And I had no idea how much you loved this restaurant. My sister and I also came to this restaurant just for those meal deals too. Oh really? Coincidence? Yeah, I take my sister there for her birthday, because that's where she always wanted to eat. She loved it. Aw, that's so nice of you to do that for her. Yeah, and Kevin used to be nice back then. Or at least he was good at putting on an act like he was some welcoming restaurant manager. I really thought this restaurant was one of the best places to be. I also thought that too. That's why I applied to work here too. Yeah, and we both got hired. I never imagined I'd get hired here because of, of my academics or the lack of. But back then, Kevin would say really nice things to me. He said a high school diploma was just a piece of paper and my determination was what was really important. Oh, really? He said that? Wow. Yeah, he also said that all of the staff here were like his family and he would look out for me.
Ha! Family. Yeah, he must have been a completely different person back then. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's so sad how things have changed.
You know what? Talking to you about this only makes me that much more determined and motivated to make this a better workplace for all of us. I want to make this the best place to eat in this entire neighborhood like it used to be.
Well, I support you there. It's great to see that at least someone else has the courage to say what you just said. I'm just too scared and worried.
You mean about possibly losing your job?
Yeah.
Well, you just watch this space, Natalie. Watch me turn this place around like no one has before. Were you the one who did the purchase orders this time?
Yes. You asked me to do it for you the other day.
Why on earth did you order 100 bottles of red wine from Chile?
Really? I don't remember. Did I do that?
Well, it says 100 on the order form.
Well, the alcohol part was already done, so I didn't change anything in that category.
Well, I guess it's not a huge issue.
Wait, what?
I'm just telling you that it's no big deal, really. Everyone makes mistakes at some point, eh?
Okay.
Just make sure you don't make the same mistake twice. 'Cause then you'll be in trouble.
Okay.
You never told me what you thought about my plate throwing skills. What did you think, huh? I'm pretty good at it, wouldn't you say?
Why? Give me one good reason as to why I deserved having those plates thrown at me like that. Don't you know that you cut my arms and face as well? You need to see the evidence. I have photos.
That's not my problem. You're the one who made an inadmissible error that cost us a lot of money. So in my books, you deserved it.
What error? Oh, wait a second. You're talking about those wines from Chile, aren't you? You try to kill me because of something I keep telling you that I did not do.
That was all you. Now you've got to pay for it.
But you said it was okay. Why the change of tone now?
Look, I'm a busy man over here. I don't have the time to waste reprimanding every single mistake that you guys make, okay? Do you realize how stressful this job is? And you're just here to make it worse. So give me a break, why don't you? Quit making a fuss over a couple of plates.
Right. That's it. I've had it with you. I'm gonna make it my personal mission to take you down.
Say that again, I dare you.
I said, I'm going to crush you.
You gotta be kidding me. I dare you. Oh, and before I forget to tell you, you're fired.
Heather, oh dear, is it true? Is it true that you've been fired? Are you okay?
Yes, it just happened yesterday. That's his way of doing things around here, I guess. I'm okay, actually. In fact, I'm more than okay. I got over it pretty quickly.
Oh, well, I guess that's good. But I hate myself for not being able to stop you from getting fired. I couldn't do anything. Again.
No, don't worry. It's all him. You've always been nothing but nice to me and to all the other newbies who work there. If it weren't for you, I don't even know how I could have survived there as long as I did.
I feel terrible. I'm so sorry.
No, honestly, you have nothing to worry about. Natalie, are you there? I just heard that you were fired too. That's not true, right? That job meant everything to you.
Hey, Heather. Yeah, but how did you find out?
Never mind that. What happened? Tell me everything.
Well, after you left, a new girl came to take over your position. She just happened to have gone to the same high school that I dropped out of. And coincidentally, she also has a tough family history. And she has to take care of her mother, who's bedbound.
No.
Don't tell me that you did something to protect her and then you got fired instead. Well, I guess you could say that. Well, what happened? Well, she made a mistake, and a big one at that. In fact, it was weird because she made the same mistake you made with the wine bottles from Chile. Remember? Yeah, I do remember that. So I just said it was my fault. I couldn't let her get fired when she just got the job. She probably needs the money more than I do so she can take care of her mother. But yeah, he just fired me right there on the spot. But you've worked there for the longest of all of us. You've worked there for the longest time. Yeah, just over 10 years. And he let go of you just like that? And he knows about you and your sister, right? He knows how much you needed this job, right? Yeah. Yeah, he called the both of us stupid. I hate him so much for that. But I'm so determined to get another job and keep saving up so that my sister can graduate from college. I'll do whatever it takes, I'm telling you. Oh, Natalie. This is Heather, if you remember. You fired me about a week ago.
Oh, who do we have here? Oh, the idiot who thinks she can crush me. How's life since I fired you, huh? Are you having fun? What do you want, anyway? I ain't giving you your job back if that's what you were expecting.
Actually, I'm just saying hello as the new owner of this restaurant.
Huh?
My father, who happens to own this restaurant, had me take it over.
What the hell is this nonsense? Quit wasting my time.
Oh, you don't believe me? Okay, well then maybe I'll have my father have a word with you in person then. You know, Ted Bills, right?
Mr. Bills. He is the owner here, but wait. You're Heather Bills? No, that can't be right. You're his daughter. Why? What were you doing working at my restaurant then? What did you do that for?
Well, my father had intended on retiring this month. So prior to taking over his role, it was my duty to inspect the restaurant disguised as a waitress. And what better way to find out what really goes on there besides actually working there, right? Unfortunately, I found so many problems during my inspection that need to be addressed. What I mean is that a restructuring will take place sooner or later, so be prepared.
What? No. This must be some kind of joke.
Well, think what you like, Kevin. Quite frankly, I don't have time to be wasting on you. Oh, and before I forget, I know all about your embezzlements and wrongdoings that took place in this restaurant.
No, wait. I don't know what you're talking about. Can you explain it to me?
Oh, are you asking me for my time now? Look, for instance, the purchase order for the 100 bottles of wine. Why aren't they in stock? You ordered 100 by accident, didn't you? Where are they?
Well, that error was fixed. I fixed it. I fixed it for you.
For me?
Right, I mean, you made that mistake, right? Not me. In fact, you owe me one, right?
Oh. What exactly do you mean by that, Kevin?
Well, it cost me $30,000 to fix that problem you made. So I can settle with that amount, and if you wired the money to me, I'd be more than happy to just call it fair and square.
Huh. The audacity that you have to ask me for $30,000 for the mess you made? Wow. In your dreams. And speaking of dreams, you'd better try to get some good dreams in now. Because from here on out, it's all about the nightmares that'll be coming for you.
What do you mean by that?
Firstly, the fact that you threw several plates at me. That accounts for charges of assault and battery. Secondly, you injured me. As I told you before, I have plenty of evidence of the injuries. For that, you'll be charged for inflicting bodily injury. And last but not least, for deliberately causing human errors on account of your staff with the intent to resell wine bottles. Well, that's an embezzlement charge, isn't it? We have plenty of evidence to prove everything. You might as well just give in.
What do you know? You're no lawyer. You're no detective.
Oh, but I have strong ties with both the police and lawyers, thanks to my father.
I can't believe you got the cops involved. This is a business matter. If anything, it's a personal matter. Why, you little...
You abused your authority to intimidate and dismiss innocent workers at this restaurant. You've caused PTSD in some. You need to not only understand and sit in remorse for what you did, but to pay for the cost of the damages that you've caused everyone.
No. Well, wait a minute, okay? I admit the wine was me. Yep, that was me. Our business has been in the red for months. I just panicked. I acted out on a whim. I'm sorry, okay? Come on. And the plates? That was just for fun. It's just a bit of fun. Maybe I did cross the line a bit. But it wasn't that bad, was it?
Yes, it was. Oh, and before I forget, you're fired.
You can't fire me. I'm the boss here. I mean, you might own this place, but I run it. They need me here.
So how does it feel to be fired now, Kevin? After that, the cops went over to the restaurant to put Kevin in handcuffs. On top of the 3 charges I mentioned, he was also charged with coercion of unpaid overtime work. Don't worry, he's now legally obligated to pay everything he owes to me, Natalie, and all of the other workers he forced to work unpaid. Apparently, since Kevin had no previous criminal records, he's likely to be on parole. With the press camping outside his home, his debt mounting and interest accruing, he is in under an exorbitant amount of stress. It's hard to see him like this, but that won't stop me either. I'll make sure to expose him so that he sees the light of day so he can pay for what he did to all of us. Maybe he'll finally understand that what goes around will always, eventually, come around.